So I thought I would just take the time to collect my thoughts and share observations I've had with the current Mercury retrograde going on. So as you can see, or if you've been paying attention to some of the planet transits, you can actually look on planetwatcher.com if you'd like to actually see where the present time, like in universal time, where the planets are. If not, astro.com is a great website to reference as well. This is for anybody who's just curious to understand transits, because I always say if you'd like to understand transits, you shouldn't have to rely on somebody else to explain it to you. You should, I'm not saying become an expert, but it doesn't hurt for you to kind of just visually see what's going on as I'm talking about things. So we have major generational planets that are retrograde right now, which is concerning, and also explains why everybody just feels kind of like they're running into each other. It's like that whole walking down a hallway thing, and you think that you're gone right, and you think that they're going left, but somehow you guys just get mixed up at the very end kind of thing, except for on a catastrophic level. Why do I have an itch every time? Anyway, so getting sidetracked. So just from my own observations today, Mercury retrograde is supposed to interfere with communication, networking, signals, so that would be phones, internet, anything with modems, any kind of lines of communication in general, whether that be organic or, electronic. And also it has to do with breaking down mechanical operating machinery, heavy operating machinery, automobiles, that sort of thing, malfunctions with electronic items. So besides the struggle I've seen some people have today with some electronic items, now that I think about it, it's pretty funny. I tried to explain to them, like, Mercury retrograde, they're like, shut up already! And having, obviously, like, delays in communication with just people, my cell phone can be, get stricken from the record because it's a piece of crap anyway. But, then seeing 3 cars in distress on my way home with their hazard lights on and everything, and that doesn't even account for the ones I've seen on the side of the road today. I think there was like 2 or 3 other ones that already had help on the side of the road. And then also rushing home because I was getting weird text messages, or my boyfriend was, since my phone doesn't work very well, from people from home. Then we get a call about 10 minutes before we reach home, and one of my kids needs to go to the ER, take him to the ER. He has a fever again for a condition that he's been continually having issues with. And he's a Taurus also, so he's been having issues with his tonsils that need to be removed, and I keep telling them they need to remove it. It's like deja vu with my boyfriend, which I find funny because there's a lot of retrograde planets right now. It makes sense. But I go there, and they're having issues finding him in the system. I have to contact the social worker. Social workers tell me to contact this 1-800 number to file file a report saying I'm taking him to the ER. Their phone line to the 1-800 number to report it is down due to technical difficulties. To call back for emergencies or be on a call waiting list. I'm like, wow, well, that's never going to work, especially with my phone. And then there's people that need to be quarantined inside the ER waiting room that are not being quarantined. It started freaking me the fuck out. Then they say that he doesn't have anything with tonsillitis, but it's something with his throat. He's got an infection in there again. I'm like, take his fucking tonsils out. I ended up leaving, going home. Oh, see, there's an itch again. Because my mother happened to be there, and me and my mother, she's like, do you just want to sit down? I'm like, I don't want to touch anything. And I was like, I'm going to tear this doctor a new one too, because you need to put the fear in them. And she's like, you need to calm down, I work here. And I'm like, I don't care. All the people that are behind that glass know who I am, because I fucking start riots when I come into this goddamn ER, because every fucking time I do, they seem to almost kill someone as opposed to save them, which I thought was part of their job. And since it's during Mercury retrograde, I'm even more skeptical of their capacity. And seeing as, like, all this retrograde planets, especially with Mars, has been really throwing me for a loop. And specifically today, I'm having mental disturbances per se, because there's a quincunx between Uranus to my natal Mercury, from my own forecast, that I'm like, oh, okay, that explains some stuff. So I'm actually I'm having a sane moment to kind of share some of this stuff. So multiple breakdowns with automobiles, check. Some sort of technical difficulties with phone lines or, a call-in service, check. And then people being delayed with random communication as it is, check. And the hospital being incapable of doing their job yet again, check. And this is just the beginning of this retrograde. I think it's going to be fairly short. It's not going to be one of those crazy long ones. But I feel like I'm doing great with keeping track of time lately, because everything's going by so fucking slow. And it's starting to get hot. I hate summer. I have to have like 5 fans going at once, but I'm actually in the bathroom because I was cleaning my entire bathroom from top to bottom after I disinfected myself, and this is the only place that I can actually hear what I'm saying, and anybody could hear what I'm saying if I record something because there's no fans going on in here. Been here for 5 minutes, 6, 7 minutes maybe, and I'm already dying. I would assume that people with manic depression, manic depressive disorders, or any kind of very anxious or paranoid, that sort of thing, OCD, mental, I wouldn't say disturbances, but, issues, mental imbalances, will be having some episodes throughout the rest of this week, so be prepared.